there from the cabinet, and looking at the dispatch that came from the cabinet, you'd actually imagine that nobody died in the protests. Was there an acknowledgement of deaths and the circumstances from that meeting?
Yes, I did present and brief the cabinet on what has transpired in our country during the last 2 weeks. And part of that outcome is that we have lost 25 people as at now, Kenyans who died in very unfortunate circumstances. And therefore, cabinet is fully briefed that 25 Kenyans did die, and nearly 400 people were injured, including 43 police officers.
But there are contrary figures coming from different institutions that are putting the figure at about 41 of persons that may have suffered in these protests.
The people who have died out of these protests are 25. I have heard of other figures, including the ones you are quoting, but I also had heard earlier on that there was a massacre in Kithure from other sources, which turned out not to be true. So I don't want to cast aspersions at anybody, but I want to tell the people of Kenya that we've lost 25 people.
So what circumstances did these people die?
We have an account of each and every death, the manner in which they died. Many of them died out of gunshot wounds. We have activated the ballistic and acoustic units of the DCI and the Crime Research and Intelligence Bureau, CRIB, to help us account for the source of ammunition that killed the people of Kenya, but also the circumstances in which they were killed. I say so because, as you're aware, law enforcement officers are allowed to use force, including lethal force, but only in very, very exceptional circumstances where their own lives or the lives of the people is in grave danger. So many of them died out of gunshot wounds, but also others died out of blunt objects and trauma caused by beatings and assault. And again, I want to assure the people of Kenya that for every single one of the 25 people who died, we will account for each one of them.
So far, is it known who killed who as we speak?
At the moment, as I've said, investigations are ongoing.
Yeah.
And it's preemptive to start assigning responsibility now. And that's why you'll see from the cabinet dispatch that the government has said first that there was loss of life, the destruction of property, arson, etc. But also you've seen from that dispatch that the police officers, the overwhelming majority of them, did an exceptional job to defend the public in the wake of grave danger, threat to life, and basically terror. However, we have also, that cabinet dispatch is very clear that in the event that any officer went beyond the parameters of the use of force, the accountability mechanisms that are established under the law will follow.
All right. We'll talk more about that because you said that investigations are going on, so you are not able to tell who killed who, the source of the bullets or the source of the blunt objects, but we'll talk about more. But first, let's talk about a different story, which is